we are going to work on creating the eye effect with the depth and glow. These steps that we're going to go through can be repeated for the second eye as well as the mouth. So let's begin. In your layers panel, create a new layer, which you would have here at the top. Using your brush tool, draw onto the pumpkin and fill in black the shape of the eye. So I used a soft round brush. We'll decrease the size of the brush. And you can make whatever shape you want. Okay. You can also, now that we have that, use a paint bucket and just fill in the black here. So here is the shape of the eye that I chose. Again, choose your own shape. If you don't like how it turned out, you can go ahead and add to it with your brush stroke, which I will do here. I'm going to pause and do that. So mine will look just a little different. Next, with the layers selected, we're going to be adding some layer styles and adjustment layers. So first with the layer style, select the bevel and emboss. We're going to choose outer, leave. We will do adjust our depth down to about 70. Go to a down direction. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to zoom in on the eye so we can see what's happening here. Size 8, 9, 10, somewhere in that. Continue scrolling down. Our angle will be at 135. Now in our advanced settings, go to our highlight. We're going to change the color of this highlight the highlight we will open up in using our hexadecimal code D7BC7C. Deselect. Go to our shadow mode, which will be multiply. We'll use an opacity of 75%. So we get this extended shadow effect to create some more depth. Continue to scroll down, select texture, and from the texture, let's do the yellow mums. So we get this effect here, kind of the almost rotting effect. You can then adjust the depth. So if you want more, see it's a little more pronounced. If you want less, so I'm going to go up to, well, we'll do 125. Open that back up. While it was saving for me, things adjusted. Let's go back into yellow mums. Actually, I'm going to go with depth. I'm going to go 55%. Okay, so we have it there, but it's not overpowering. And our scale will leave it 100%. So now deselect. Go to color overlay. We're going to change this to a 70% opacity. And then our color in the hexadecimal codes, B03, D05. Deselect. And we're going to now add a pattern overlay. We're going to use dark coarse weave. Or heavy canvas is what we have. So we get that kind of etching look to it. Next, we're going to add an outer glow. Our color in the hexadecimal codes, the FFDE00. And what I forgot to mention, go back to, make all these swatches. So I have these as swatches from earlier. But once you do one, add it as a swatch to make it easier when you do the right eye and the mouth. Go ahead and deselect that. The blend, so if we want to go down to our blend mode or up to our blend mode here, we will do linear dodge. Our opacity at 30%. Oh, mine keeps going away there to save. But if that happens, you just go back into the one that we're working with. So you go to outer glow. And then size, we can do 10 pixels. Okay, if you want it to be a little more, just watch that glow effect you see here. So you can adjust it too, but it should probably be in that 10 to 20 range. So I'll just go 10 for now. Next, another layer style. This one will be inner shadow. We're going to really leave this as multiply. Change our color. Another hexadecimal here. We have C85812. Add it to your swatch. And we are going to do a distance on that. So again, that was our inner shadow. Of 16 pixels. So you see the shadow comes in now. So we're starting to get our depth. And with a size of 10. Next, duplicate this layer by pressing Ctrl J. And what we're going to do on this is we're going to get rid of or hide these. So you should get this black layer now. We can go back, we're going to adjust a few of them, but the ones we don't adjust, we're going to get rid of. Now on here, make a mask. And we're going to fill this black mask. So go like here, we'll see here. So actually we'll keep it white and we'll do black to move. Select your V tool, or your move tool, using your V key. And what we're going to do here is we're actually going to use this to create like the depth or the shadow. So we're going to move this a little. I'm going to zoom out. And what you'll have to do is you'll have to modify kind of bring this up so that what we want here is a little bit of this edge, or basically the dark inside of this dark patch inside our trim to get that cut that you might see with a pumpkin. Create a little depth here. Okay. Now on here, we're going to do some of the same effects. So let's go up and open our layer panel. First one we'll turn on is our bevel. And so this will be outer. This will have a size of 5 because we don't want it to be as strong as the outside of our item. Our color, if we go into the advanced, the color on this will be E2 A35A. Tab, add that to your swatch. We're going to go down to our highlight. Get our shadow. Here we go, highlight, sorry. And we're going to use soft light. You can do an opacity of 20%. So when mine stops doing that. Okay, soft light, opacity of 20%. And then scroll under advanced, we're not going to use global light. So uncheck the global light. Now go back to our layer styles. Just for right now, we'll uncheck this. We did the bevel. So next we're going to add a gradient to this layer. So we're going to layer style gradient. We're going to go ahead in here, go to our orange, and we're going to choose orange 5. We're going to make this a radial design. Go to your advanced, unalign with layer, and then scale. Select the reverse button as well. So every time I make a change, this is auto saving on me. And then scale however you want to scale it. So if you want it at 100, you can. If you would like to change it, it's going to change the orange-yellow flow of this based on that. So you'll see here. So I'm going to go down a little so I have more of the orange on the inside and the yellow on the out. That's me. Next, do an outer. So let's see, do we already have that? We do. We have an outer glow. So let's uncheck this and open it up. We're going to do a normal blend. And we're going to do a color of FF6E02. And add that to your swatch. And select out. Close this. Okay, so now we have the general look of the eye here. We're going to add 2 more, one in between here. And we're going to use an effect of levels. So next, go ahead to your adjustments. Go to curves, sorry, not levels, curves. And we're going to move this in between our 2 layers that we just made. So open your curves. And we're going to adjust this so it's a little bit brighter in some parts. So we got darker. Get a little more brighter above the eye. This is just to kind of emphasize things. Go ahead, deselect. And with the mask selected, go ahead and turn it black. All right. Go ahead and add another curves. This time we're going to focus our attention to the bottom. So with this selected, let's put that mask back on, the black. Now go to our curves. And here we're going to focus more on bringing this down. So we want it a little darker. And so it's pretty subtle, but it's there. Now select our first top layer. Shift select, Control G to group, and then I will call this left eye. Repeat these steps to create your right eye and the mouth, giving it the depth and the general effects here. Open this grouping and go to your curves. On this mask, and this can go for either of them, select the mask, make sure your foreground's white, and what I would tell you to do here, give it a little more emphasis. Go around the edges of this eye so we can accentuate some of the depth here to give it more of that. And then it also pulls out that layer that we did, that effect. Otherwise, some of this kind of gets drowned. So there, you don't need to go around the whole eye, but I would recommend going around quite a bit of it to edge out some of these things that got lost with our adjustments. Now, with that, you are done with the left eye. Repeat the same steps for the right and for your mouth shape.